Hey guys, it's Anna. One thing about recording with this selfie stick is it only lets me hold the phone this way, not this way. And I wish that it had better options, but anyway, so I told you guys I wanted to do a story time, and I had updated you guys about the fact that I have been a victim of bullying at work. And that has come from my coworkers, and it has also come from my previous bosses. Right now, the people that actually are the important people at my job are amazing to me. It's the other staff members. So I'm lucky in that aspect. But I was thinking about, since I just did a makeup tutorial and it was my first one, and I know the lighting was terrible and it was just, I don't know. I'm really hard on myself. I just wanted to share my daily routine with you guys for the people that are subscribed to me. So I wanted to get into a little bit about my past, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and she was talking about her daughter and how her daughter just turned 17, and I was like, ooh, girl, I feel for you. And I just want to let you guys know, I actually personally do not have any children. I'm about to be 27 in October, and I don't have any kids. However, me and Rocco have been engaged for 4.5 years. I don't know. We got engaged pretty quickly after we met each other, but we've been together for 5 years in July. July 26th was our anniversary. So I was talking to this friend about, her daughter, and how her daughter's behavior is like kind of getting bad, and she's sneaking around with boys and things of that nature. And I told her, I was like, look, everybody's different, but when I was 17, that's when I got bad. But when I was 17, I also met someone that went to my high school, and we're just going to call him Craig. Okay? So I met Craig, and he wasn't the most stunningly attractive person I've ever met. He was a lot shorter than me, and at that time, I was never in a serious relationship. I had never been in a serious relationship, so it's not like I was looking for one. I guess I just wanted to experience what it would be like, and so I started hanging out with Craig. He was picking me up and taking me to his friend's house, who was this cute guy. He was a little bit older, and that's actually how I met Craig. I met Craig through getting picked up and taken to this other guy's house to hang out with that guy. But through these rides, we would talk and we would chat, and we went to the same high school, so we got to know each other. And like I said, I was not attracted to him, but as we got to know each other, I became very attracted to his personality, and he ended up convincing me to date him. I remember it. We were on the phone the one night, and we were both drinking, and he was at home, I was at my house, and I just remember clear as day, in my parents' living room, and I was laying there drunk, and I was looking up at the ceiling, and Craig said to me, I really want you to be my girlfriend. And I was like, I have a lot of problems, and I thought I had a lot of problems back then, but what I was talking about was my anxiety and my depression and my eating disorder, which I will tell you guys about. And I was like, you know what, you don't want to be with me. You do not want to deal with all of this. You know what I mean? I have way too many problems. I don't think I can be in a relationship because of those problems right now. I want you, and I don't care about your problems. I want all of you. And if your problems come along with you, then I want it all. So he convinced me to date him. So we were dating. And, you know, he was, I think, 2 years older than me. Only like 2 years older than me. Because I was in ninth grade. So yeah, he was 2 years older than me. And so we started dating, and we quickly fell in love. Like I said, I was attracted to his personality, and he was a very genuine person, very caring, and we would get in silly little stupid fights about like jealousy and, you know, other girls and other guys and just this stupid stuff that you fight about. But so we were together for my whole high school career, and as I got into around 11th grade, he started getting into some serious stuff, drug-wise. And everybody knows that there's like a nationwide epidemic right now with opioids, and, you know, he was messing around with that a lot, and, you know, he had kind of introduced me to some of that, and he had just gotten really bad with it, and, you know, he had become a full-blown addict, and he would be clean, and then he would relapse, and he'd be clean, and he would relapse, and it was very heartbreaking to see somebody that you cared about struggling. And not know what to do about it, because, you know, I had never been addicted to anything, didn't understand what that was about. So he had become addicted, and, you know, was really having problems staying clean. And so I had to eventually, I think we had been together for 4 years, and I had to eventually end the relationship, and it was something that I had to do because of the drug use. If it wasn't for the drug use, who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? So we break up, and we stay in touch through Facebook and things of that nature, and he gets a girlfriend, and, you know, I'm dating, and we always stayed in contact, whether it was like a year would go by or like a couple of months, but we would always stay in contact through like Facebook or whatever. He would slide me a DM and be like, hey, how's life, you know? And he cleaned himself up, and he went to college, and he actually graduated, and that was the last thing that I saw, was like he had graduated. So I was like, wow, he's doing really well. And, you know, I had a lot going on in my life, so I wasn't really like, you know, stalking him or anything on Facebook. But shortly after he had graduated, I found out that he overdosed and died. And I found this out through my stepdad. And I remember the last time that we spoke. It's crazy, because the last time that we spoke on the phone, my current fiance was on his way to my house, and we were gonna hang out for the first time. And when Rocco came to my house for the first time, he never left. He moved in, and we've been together ever since. But it's just crazy, because the last time that I spoke with Craig, Rocco was on his way to my house to hang out with me for the first time. This is kind of all over the place, but I had seen him last 2 times. I saw him, not just talked to him. See, after that conversation we had, I ended up running into him because I knew where he worked, and we would go there sometimes. And I ran into him, and I gave him a hug, and that time was the last time that I saw him. He was doing really well at that time, and it's a good memory to have. You know, the last time seeing him was, you know, in a parking lot, and I just remember hearing a whistle, and he was waving at me, and he called me over, and it was just one of those, how are you, how's Rocco, and you know, I asked him about school, and that was it, and that was the last time that I ever saw him. And I actually did not go to his funeral, and part of that was I had found out a little bit later than everybody else, and there were other things involved too that I won't get into, but I regret that. I regret that. I wish that I would have gone and, you know, paid my respects to his mother and his siblings and told them that I'm sorry. That I'm sorry for your loss. But, you know, it is what it is, and, you know, things like this happen every day. People are dying every day from this, and I'm sure you watching know at least one person that has passed away from a drug overdose, or, you know, alcoholism, or you know someone that knows someone that has passed away from this. But it's just, and I don't even know why I wanted to share this. I guess it's just because it's something that I can't really talk about in my daily life. I can't share it with anybody, and it's something that bothers me. And you know, I was not in love with him. Obviously, I was in the past, but, like, you know, I still had love for him as a friend and as someone that I knew for years, you know what I mean? And was part of my childhood, and I include, like, 17 years of age, like, my childhood still. So he was a big part of my life, a huge part of my life. That's really it. Let me fix something really quick. Okay. I had to gather myself because my makeup was a little messed up. But, yeah, you know, I just want you guys to get to know me a little bit better, and that was one thing that popped in my head when I thought about doing a story time. And like I said, it's something I can't talk about in my life off of YouTube, and it's something that, you know, obviously a part of me, you know, is bothered by it. And, you know, it hurts when anybody that you know passes away, but especially somebody you were close with. So, I don't really have much else to say. I hope that this video made sense. I know that I jumped around a lot. Didn't really know how to end this video because it was a rather sad video, but thank you guys for all of your support, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.